Hey guys, it's Kelly, and today I'm making this video just to talk about like some weird things about me that I feel like could be, you know, like part of my autism / ADHD. I'm not saying all these things are, but I do think a lot of them could be. So again, I'm not trying to generalize or say these are definitely signs of autism, because no, they're not. Could they be? Yeah, but that also doesn't mean it is. I just want to say too, you know, I know when I made the video saying like how I was diagnosed with autism, I feel like I could have done better with that. I feel like it was kind of set in, that was it. I didn't really get much into it, but when I recorded that video, I was actually like literally like in the beginning of getting sick. Yeah, something like a couple weeks, or this is like beginning or end of May, I think, when I made that video. It's like end of May. I was sick for like a week. You know, and like that day when I recorded the video, I think it was a Wednesday, I want to say, I was already starting to kind of feel sick, like my throat was starting to bother me and all that, so I kind of wasn't all in it, and I feel like I should have waited to record the video until I was like all in it, but I just kind of wanted to get it out there, you know. But this video is talking about, I have a list on my phone here of just weird things about me. Some of these things I've been doing like since I was a kid, and some of these things are kind of not developed, but well, yeah, but some of these things I kind of have to show you for you to understand, like this first one. But yeah, all I ask is that you guys are nice in the comments. I know a lot of stuff's gonna be weird. You might think I'm crazy, but I just want to share with you guys because I feel like it's important. And you know what? I'm not ashamed of being autistic. Being autistic is nothing to be ashamed of. You know, I know a lot of people always like to use it as an insult, and it's not. Autism isn't a bad thing. You know. Autism and ADHD, they're not bad things, you know? Like, a lot of people with autism, you know, can live normal lives, right? They might have, you know, issues, but for the most part, they can live normal lives. Then there's other people with autism who have it more severe, where, like, you know, they're nonverbal and they can't really do anything for themselves, you know? Like, autism is different for everyone. That's why it's a spectrum, you know? That's why some people are higher on the spectrum, some people are lower on the spectrum. You know, if you're high function, that means you can pretty much function as normal, as a normal person for the most part, right? Low function is when it's most like severe, when you usually nonverbal that really can't do much for themselves, you know. But I even feel like nonverbal autistics can still do stuff for themselves, you know. But, you know, autism is not a bad thing. You know, whether you have it, whether you're high function, low function, who cares? So, let me just turn that sound off. But let's just get into this. There's like 23 things here. First one is shaking with my hands on my chin. Now this one, a little nervous to show you, because this one's I'm gonna look crazy doing, but you know what? Who cares? This is me. I don't do this in front of people because I know people are gonna think I'm crazy doing it. But so I take my hands, I like put them under my chin like this, and I think, why am I like so scared to show this? Sorry guys, I like that pretty much. That's something I've been doing since I was a kid. I don't do it like a lot. I do it mostly if I'm excited. And I'll do that like my body shakes. Like you probably can't see me. Like I don't know, can you see me shaking on camera? But that's what I do. That's like I said, it's something I've been doing since I was young, so nothing new. And like I said, I try to just kind of do it on my own because I know people think I'm weird if I do it in public, but this next one is I clap sometimes, very weird way. This is something I've been doing as a kid, so I actually made a TikTok video of me doing this weird clap thing, but take my fingers, I hold my hands like this on fingertips, and that's another thing I kind of do sometimes when I'm excited too. Like I said, that's another thing I don't do often, like the chin thing. Don't do those two that often, to be honest, like, so those are the two things I do, so. I can't swim, which again, I get that's not really do autism, that's something, like I said, not all these can be autism, these are just kind of weird things about me I wanted to share. But I can't swim, I've always kind of been scared to learn, I don't know why, but the weird thing is I love being in pools and stuff, like I love it, I don't know why. I am very careful in a minute, but it's just weird. Can't ride a bike. I had a bike when I was little, then I never had one until like years ago, and I never learned to ride it, but the bike I picked out years ago, it was way too big for me. That was my issue. I just can't balance on a bike. That's my thing. Like pedaling, I can pedal, just to balance it and to like stay up, it's just I can't do. I'm scared to drive. I've always been kind of scared to drive, and I feel like And I just have super high anxiety, so like I feel like driving for me wouldn't be the best idea. Like I know that's something I could work on, but I feel like it's not like I need to like be able to drive right now, because I don't work at the moment, you know. And when I go out with people, it's usually my sister or my friend, and my friend is about to actually be getting her license soon, so that's gonna be exciting. But I don't know, I just feel like with my high anxiety, I feel like that's not the best idea for me to be driving right now. I am in the process of actually working on my issues I have, like with that and my anxiety and stuff. I'm gonna be getting into therapy soon, so you know I am gonna be working on myself, guys. You know, it's a process. I do have. I have this next one I label as sensory needs. I should make more, but I do like touching certain things. Like I have this putty slime thing I have that like makes fart noises when you press it in. I like that. I like touching that and the way it feels. Like there's certain things I do like to feel in my hands a lot, like certain textures and stuff. Like when something's really smooth or whatever, maybe even a little bumpy, I like to rub my hand on it. I don't know. I am like that with sensory. I will say that I am kind of a sensory. I don't want to say a sensory seeker, but you know, because I'm not always constantly like looking for stuff to touch or to feel, to hold in my hands. To be honest, but there are some things I do like to touch, like Play-Dohs and slimes and stuff. Those I just like the feeling of. Certain things like this bag right here, Victoria's Secret bag, is like has sparkles on it and is bumpy, so I do like to feel that, like stuff like that. So, like I said, it's not, I don't know, it's not really like sensory seeking, but there are certain things I do like to touch more than others. Like, you know when you have an indent on your body, like when you lay on something and it leaves like an impression on your body, and like feels, when you feel it, like you can feel like the bump of it or the imprint of it. I love the feeling of that. Like I get down my back with my pants sometimes. I'm laying down if my shirt like is wrinkled and I'm laying on the wrinkle, it creates an indent on it. I just love feeling it on my back. So I love the feeling of that. It's one of the things I really love the feeling of. Nothing I want to add. Oh my god, my freaking notifications are going crazy. Okay, so what's it? Let's see. So yeah, that's for like sensory thing for me. It's not, I'm not really super like, when it comes to sensory things, I'm not super into that, but I do have like some few poppets and stuff. I don't really play with poppets. A couple of fidget spinners too I don't really play with anymore, so you know, I'm not really a sensory seeker. Like, you know, a lot of autistic people like to, you know, sensory things, like touching certain things and sensations, but you know, I am like that at times, but not like all the time. I hate stuff on my hands. Like my hands get dirty, slimy, which I feel like that's probably normal for everyone, but for me, it's like lotion. Like when I shave my legs and stuff, I put lotion on afterwards, and I always rinse it off. Cause I just don't like the way it feels rubbing into my hands, because I feel like my hands always feel greasy afterwards. There's one lotion that I've used on my hands that doesn't make my hands feel like that. It's Ceraphil, I believe it's called. But yeah, I'm just like that with my hands. Like I'm weird with stuff on my hands. Like I'm not even really, don't even really like wearing gloves that often, to be honest. Like I have to be super, super cold to wear gloves. Like gloves is not something I like to wear, but I shake my leg. I do like, let me just like, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, just have my foot down, like just on my toes, my foot would be lifted up and I just start shaking. I do that more when I'm nervous. That's kind of more of a nervous thing, which I feel like a lot of people who are nervous probably shake their legs or like fidget with their hands. So I feel like that's not necessarily anything big, but I don't know, I do shake, especially because I get nervous at the doctors and stuff like that, so I would like shake my leg. Again, that's another thing I don't do all the time, even when I'm nervous. Another thing I do when I'm nervous too, I didn't write down, is I do talk a lot. If you know me personally, you can ask my mom or sister. If I get nervous, I talk more. You know, I bite my nails. As you guys know, I've been biting my nails since I was a kid. Again, that's not necessarily an artistic thing. Again, I just want to reiterate so you guys know, I'm not saying all these things that I am talking about, I'm not saying are artistic signs or signs of autism. I want you guys to understand that. These are just things I want to share with you about me. And maybe they are, maybe they're not. But, yeah, I bite my nails. This is a thing, like, I do a lot when I'm nervous as well. You know, like, you see me bite my nails when I'm anxious or nervous. Sometimes I'll just be, like, watching videos and start biting my nails. Again, it's kind of more of a comfort thing for me. It's something that relaxes me. Biting, speaking on the biting, I like to chew on plastic silver. Like, I would say plastic forks or spoons I get from things, and I would just chew on them. I would chew on like the spoon or fork part, or also chew on the opposite end of it, the part where you hold at that end. I like to chew on. I just like the way it like feels and stuff. Again, I guess that can be like a sensory thing. I just like the way it feels chewing on. I've been doing that for many years now, chewing on stuff. I actually don't really do that much anymore, though. I haven't been recently chewing on stuff much. I mean, I just had a spoon I got recently that I was chewing on a little bit, but before that, I haven't really been doing that much. But you know, when I do have plastic stuff, I chew. Oh, like you know those wooden forks you get with French fries sometimes from certain places. I like to chew on those too sometimes. Not that often. I prefer the plastic silver. I just like the way it feels on my teeth and stuff. So, yeah. I do get confused easily with things. Like someone could try explain to me something or how to do something. I'd get confused. I would give an example, but like just like how certain things work, or like especially with math, for example. I always struggle with math. Like, you know, I do get very confused with things easily. I have trouble understanding a lot of things. You know, I've always been that way, though, even in school with understanding certain, like, math concepts and stuff. I just, you know, get confused easily and have trouble understanding. I have a bad memory. Like, my dad would tell me, like, get me this, this, and this, right? Like, 3 different things. I'd forget 2 of them. I just, like, forget things so easily, you know? I always forget to do things. Like, I'm very forgetful. And I'm pretty sure that's a thing for ADHD. I've been like that for a while now. For years. But yeah, I'm very forgetful. That's why, like, I have so many, I don't know if I'm showing you guys, or I'm showing you guys, but let me just, I have, like, my phone wants to clear up. Look, these are all, why would my phone clear? All reminders. You see them all? All different reminders. Because I forget things, so I have to write them down as reminders. So I remember to do, like, certain things when I need to. Again, like I was just talking about, trouble understanding different, like, topics and stuff. People try to explain things to me. Like, my dad would explain to me, like, how something works, and I would just, like, not understand. You know, like, for some reason, my brain just, like, won't work. You know, it won't, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just have trouble understanding. Anger issues, I've talked about this before. I do have anger issues. They've been a lot better, though. I haven't had any, like, thing crazy happen. Like, sometimes, like, if I get mad at my phone, I would just, like, give it a punch like that. Like, that's, like, super hard, but just a little punch. I know that's bad. I shouldn't do it, but, you know, like, I don't know if I would still say I still currently have anger issues, you know. I mean, I'd say yes, because I do get angry. Like, I will get angry when I shake and, like, picture just, like, throwing something and stuff, but, yeah. I love being barefoot. So, like, I'm always barefoot. I never wear socks. Even in winter time, I never wear socks unless I'm going out somewhere. You know, my feet doesn't really get cold. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm walking on, like, a wooden floor or something like that, like, it doesn't bother me, to be honest. I've always been that way since I was a kid. Love being barefoot. You know, I'll walk around outside barefoot. Like, I don't care. You know, that's just how I am. Always been, like, walking around barefoot. I mean, that can be another, like, sensory thing, if you want to call it that. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I know about autism just from watching videos on TikTok or Instagram Reels and stuff like that. I've learned about autism. I think from learning about that made me realize I think I might be autistic, just from those videos and stuff I've seen. But, you know, like, some, not super knowledgeable, but I think that might, like, the whole barefoot thing could be considered a sensory thing. Because I have seen other, like Instagram Reels and stuff of other kids who are autistic who like to walk around barefoot, and their parents let them, like, go into stores barefoot and stuff. What, Mom? Okay, hold on. In a little while. Sorry about that, guys. Where was I? But, you know, so I've seen that too. Like, kids walking around in the stores and parents be like, their kids are autistic and, like, walking around barefoot. So that's just something I always liked. I do count words and, like, titles and stuff. So, like, I'd be like in a YouTube title, video title, count all the words. Then I would count all the letters in each word and, like, count the amount of vowels and consonants. I count, like, the size of things too. So, like, I have this, for example. So, like, this frame, right? So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 8. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? This part, 12, and then 13, 14, and 15. So there's 15 sides in this. That's how I counted. So like this 4 is the thing. This 4, this 4, this 4, and then this 4, and then this counts as 1, and then this part's 2, and then the back's 3. I do love it, TVs and stuff, all kind of photo frames, anything that's square would have different edges. That's how I count them. I like do it in my head, not out loud, but that's another thing I've done. I've been doing that for probably since I was younger too. Same with the counting like letters and words, and counting amounts of words and titles. Let's see, where was I? I love sleeping cold. Like, I've always been like that, too, since I was a kid. Like, I like it cold. I would have the AC on, like, 68 when I'm sleeping. The fan's blowing on me. I just like being snuggled under the blankets cold. That's just something I really enjoy. This one's, okay. So, when I have a stomach ache, like a really bad stomach ache, like, there was a while in my life, like, I think 2018 to 2019, where I would get a lot of, like, bad stomach aches for some reason. I don't know why. Even 2017 too, like I would have to bring like a little pot of ginger ale to school to get bad stomach aches. I don't know why. It only lasted a couple years, and like I'd say like around the 2020, 2021 mark, I've been good. You know, I don't really get much stomach aches, knock on wood, anymore. But I would lay on the floor and like for my stomach ache, and it would help. And I'm not the only one in my family who does. There's a few other people who like to lay on the floor too when they have stomach aches. So that's something that I've been doing too for a long time now. When I get bad stomach ache, I rely on the floor and it helps. So, I mean, that could be a tip for you guys. If you guys ever have bad stomach ache, try laying on the floor. Just put a pillow down, blanket, try it for a while. Also, another thing that's gonna sound weird that helps with my stomach ache, I watch these YouTubers called Shaytards, and for some reason I watch them, like certain videos of theirs, it seems to help with my stomach ache. I know that sounds weird and it doesn't make sense. I can't explain it either. It's probably just all in my head type thing, because your mind's a very powerful thing. You know, I probably actually, it's not going to actually, like, help a stomach ache. I just think that way. But it honestly does. Like, I would watch the videos, and within a few minutes, my stomach would feel better. Or, like, another thing, too, if I play Best Fiends, which is a game on the phone, which is fun. I haven't played in a while, but that seems to, when I play that, a few minutes, my stomach will start to feel better. I know, it's a weird thing. I don't understand it. I've been doing that for many years, too. I don't remember how I discovered it with, like, the Shaytards. Shaytards are family vloggers. Look, I know a lot of people have issues with family vloggers, but Shaytards are actually one of the few, I feel like, good family vloggers that don't, like, vlog, you know, intimate moment. That word sounds wrong, but, you know, don't vlog, like, their kids crying or, like, intimate moments with their kids. And that's, like, the best word I can use. And, you know, like, when they're upset or, like, have something wrong with them. They're actually a really good family, in my opinion. But, yeah, I don't know. I know that sounds weird, but it's just something I've been doing for years now. No one else knows about the Shaytards thing or that, but that seems to help with the stomach ache. I don't know why, so don't ask. Like I said, probably just like your mind there. Just like I don't know. I like certain food in a certain way. So, like for example, like my tacos. I don't eat meat on my tacos just because I don't like the meat. We use the taco kit, the Ortega one, and it has this taco packet of seasoning you put in the meat and you cook it, and that's it. But I do remember we cooked tacos in school once for my school cooking class, and actually ate the meat and it was good. So I think it's just like the taco seasoning we use for the meat I don't like. But anyway, so I only use sour cream, cheese, and tomato. Now I use lettuce. I used to not like lettuce, but I do now. So I put that in certain order. Sour cream goes first on the shell, then the cheese, then the tomatoes, then the lettuce. Always been like that. Same with other foods too, like my hamburgers. I put ketchup, the hamburger, then ketchup on both sides of the bun, and I put potato chips on them now. And then the top bun. And then this next one's going to go into the next part of this one, which is I get like the same food from the same places. So Subway, I get the same sandwich every time. Cold cut combo with tomatoes, pickles, and olives. Again, same thing. I would put my mayo whip on at home because I don't have mayo whips and I don't like mayonnaise. So do mayo whip. I put them in. I only eat the cold cut combo is ham and bologna. I only eat bologna, so I take the ham off, put the bologna on. So then I put the bologna on the bottom part of the bread, then the tomatoes, then the pickles, then the olives. Kind of like biggest to smallest if you think about it. That's how I do it. Then I eat it. So I always get that for McDonald's. I always get a 6-piece nugget, fries, and a Coca-Cola slushie. Burger King, I always get hamburger, just ketchup, nothing on it. Fries, Coca-Cola slushie, and a Hershey pie. Or I just tried the new birthday cake pie yesterday I had, which is really good. Same with any other like places. Like that's only for fast food though. Like restaurants and diners, I get whatever. Like I don't get the same thing at those. Depends, but like it's at those fast food places. Same with KFC. I always get the chicken tenders, mashed potatoes, and a biscuit. I used to, when I was younger, get the popcorn chicken from there and get mac and cheese. But the last time I had the mac and cheese, it tasted different, so I don't get that anymore. But with these fast food places, always the same thing. Chick-fil-A too. I get the nuggets, fries with Chick-fil-A sauce and ketchup. Sometimes I get a drink, but not always. I usually just drink water. So I'm always been like that with food since I was a kid. Like with the fast food places, always the same order. You know, I know that sounds crazy, but that's just how I am. You know, I'm a simple person when it comes to food, to be honest. I have bad social anxiety and like regular anxiety, and I'm very shy, so I have trouble like talking to people. That has gotten better for me, I will say though. Like I am, you know, better with doing things in public or like going out on my own and talking to people. Like I am better with that. I'm not 100% there yet, but I have gotten better. But I still do have pretty bad anxiety in general. So, also another thing, as you guys know, I like to sleep cold, but I also like sleeping with my feet sticking out of the blanket. That's another thing that I know that probably sounds really crazy to you guys, but the thing is, I like it because I feel like I get so high with my feet under the blanket. So when I stick my feet out from under the blanket, it just like cools me down. Again, I know that sounds weird, but I've been like that since I was a kid too. I never liked my feet under the blankets. Unless like I'm really cold, I put my feet under, but I always make sure I leave a little slit so I can just easily pop my feet back out if I need to, but that's something I've always been doing. Okay, this one, we're almost at the end here, but this one is, you're going to think I ain't crazy for this one. I still play with my stuffed animals. You know, I do like different scenarios with them and stuff. But yeah, I still play with them. I name them. Some, not all of them, but most of them. I know it sounds crazy. That's something I've always done. I love stuffed animals. I kind of collect them. And I still play school. Basically, I have this binder and have all this different school stuff. I have like these 2 old science like books. One from middle school, one from elementary. I never returned. I know bad that I still play with. I haven't played school in like months now, a couple months. I know it sounds crazy to play school and stuffed animals. I get like, for me, I feel like I have the mentality of like a teenager. I don't feel like an adult, you know? And like, obviously I don't look like an adult, right? I don't talk like an adult. I dress probably more like a teenager than whatever, but I just don't feel like mentally, my mental, like how I think is not the way an adult thinks, in my opinion. Like, I feel like I do have my moments where like I can be an adult and act like an adult. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like 90% of the time I just feel like I have the mind of a teenager. I don't know. Again, could that be an autistic thing? Possibly. You know, but yeah, I still play with like my stuffed animals and stuff in my room. 2 different scenarios, like 2. Oh my god, this doesn't sound weird, but you know what? I have to stop being embarrassed. This is who I am. One of my let me show you. For like as an example, this is Lammy. This is Blair. Don't ask how I came up with these. This is their daughter Brandy. Don't ask. Like, I just play these different scenarios with them. I don't know. I'm just, like, always thinking of different scenarios in my mind, so I kind of like to play them out. Again, look, guys, please don't be hateful in the comments. I understand a lot of you are going to think this stuff is weird. I understand that, you know? I'm not, like, you know, I understand that. But I wanted to share this with you guys just because this is who I am, and I don't want to feel embarrassed of who I am. You know? Like, I know I'm a 25-year-old adult, going to be 26, but this is who I am. You know, and this last thing is speech. As you guys know, I do kind of talk funny. I have trouble pronouncing like certain letters, like my R's and my W's. Like, for example, read. Like, I'm reading a book, or I'm smoking weed. It sounds like the same word. Or shirt, like I'm wearing a shirt, or like look at these cute pair of shirts I'm wearing right here. These yellow shirts. You know, it sounds the same. Like, I have trouble with my words. I used to take speech in elementary school. A little bit, but that's obviously seemed to help. So I do have trouble with saying certain words, like the word. you know, like I'm saying words and it doesn't, you know, or like the world. Like I said, I just have trouble saying certain words, and I hate it. I feel like insecure about that, you know, but this is who I am. I can't change how my voice is. I mean, this is how I talk. So all I ask you guys, you know, like this, be respectful in the comments. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. You know, I want to be honest with you guys, open and honest, you know. But this is who I am, you know, and I'm not ashamed. So yeah, again, if you have any questions, if you want me to talk about anything else to do with my autism, let me know in the comments. Because I really want to know you guys' thoughts on this, about this stuff I said. You know, I'm really curious, you know. Maybe you can relate to some of these too. Let me know, as any of these things you do as well. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Again, I just want to say one more time, I have no way saying all these things are signs of autism. Because they're not. Some of them are, some of them not. Right? Okay, so I want you guys to think that, like, oh, she's saying this is autism, it's that. Well, I'm not saying these are autism. I'm saying these are just weird things about me that could possibly have to do with my autism. You know, because I was, you know, you're born with autism. That's something you get, like, when you're 10 years old, you suddenly develop it. Something you're born with. But, you know, I don't know. Some of these are just weird about me. I feel like some of them, I'm sure other people do, are common-ish. Some of them I feel like not as common, so I just wanted to share them just to see if anyone could relate. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. I know this is a longer video, but, you know, autism's not a bad thing. This is who I am. I don't see myself different. I don't even think about it, you know. Like, oh, I'm autistic. I'm me. I'm Kelly. That's it. You know? Don't let stuff like autism define who you are, guys, you know? Because you're still you. You know, autism is not you. Right? You're autism. No, but for real, you know, you're you, right? You're just a little different than the rest, but that's okay. Different is not always a bad thing, okay? If anyone wants to hate on you for being autistic, ignore them, block them, you know, who cares what they say? You know, you're still an amazing person. Autism, you're an amazing person, you're smart, you're intelligent. You know, some of the autistic people are very smart, though, you know, if you think about it. So, just keep that in mind, too. You know, us autistics gotta stay together, right, guys? We gotta stick together. So anyone else watching who are autistic, we stand together, and you're not alone. You know, and anyone else who wants to talk, I'm always here. You can DM me on Instagram or Twitter, wherever you want to DM me. I can't promise I'll always respond, but I'll try my best to check every now and then. But I love you, animals, so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Follow me on my socials. Follow everyone in my description. Guys, please subscribe to me. Please like and please comment, and please let me know what you think, because I'm really curious your thoughts, and I'll see you randomers in the next video.